All right, what's up, fam? So I just added a crazy confluence to the Algo Time indicators. I added PO3 ranges, Goldbach ranges to this indicator. So I'm gonna dive deep into this and let you guys know how to use it, what confluence to see, and all that good stuff. So those who already have the Algo Time indicator, go ahead and update the indicator, and then you'll see it's named Algo Time and PO3 ranges. When you get it, it might be like floating once you try to move your candles. So what you do is go to this and go pin to right scale. You just want to pin it if it's moving. So I'll do that. So it's 6 to each candle. And then let's get into the settings. So these are Goldbach levels. You can either turn off Goldbach levels as your master switch, turn those off, right? And then of course the algo time is already there. But the Goldbach levels, I'll get into just the settings if you want to see them first, and then explain how to use it. So you could turn this off, and it'll go across the whole, I guess, week in this case. Well, on the 1 minute, it goes back just in the day, so you can see which levels it's hitting. And then I like it to have it floating on the right, like that, like so. And this might be 1,000. That's made for Forex, so just make sure you change it to one. Just go through all the settings, copy all of my settings here. If you want, you can show the Goldbach numbers on the right and the abbreviations of the correlating um, PD array on the right as well. I just turn them off because I like it a little cleaner, text size, all that good stuff. Now order flow zones. So these are the zones that according to Goldbach, I'm not going to go super deep into it just out of respect for Hoppy, but these are essentially the zones to look for potential executions. It's called the short flow gate and rebalance gate, um, and rebalance uh, levels, right? And so I would just go through and set it just as the same colors as you have here, as I have here. If you wanted to, you could turn off, whichever zone that you want, and just have the lines instead. But of course, I like to keep all my zones in there. I would just change it all to the same colors as mine. Same with the levels, keep it all on there. I don't have this level marked, but I would just copy and paste all that and leave it there. Then I also have some boxes. So I have to the right, if I wanted to see the current PO3 range that I'm in and the number that I'm using, the scale that I'm using, then I would do that. But right now, I don't need that because I have the dealing range box here where it has my high and low of the dealing range. And then I'm not fully familiar with how to use this quite yet, but I just know it tells me the different dealing ranges, current price, and the dealing range high and low of this current range. So still learning more about Goldback as I dive in deep into it. If you guys are interested, definitely check out the link in my bio. I'll leave a referral link for Hoppy's book. Super affordable. It's only like whatever, $100 for the book, and then you get the indicator. You get the Hoppy's Goldbach indicator, which I kind of just redid in my own way with and added it as a two-in-one indicator for the Algo Time indicator. So, anyways, so that's that. I would just leave that all the same. If you want the numbers on there, but if you just want the status box just to show which PO3 range you're in, you can show it up there. You can change, positioning, whatever you want. Let's do bottom center if you want to do that, and you can see the range. So that's how that works. So now what I look for when I'm trading this is I won't share the whole breakdown, but essentially what I look for is I'll look to execute trades, of course, in this range. On the 1 minute, I'll have it as the 243 PO3 range, and on the 15-minute or higher levels, higher time frame levels, like 15-minute, 1 hour, I'll have it as the um, that's the wrong range here. I'll have it as the 2187 level. And let's see if I do this, then I can see. Let me turn off. Let me turn that off here. Okay. So if I have this, let me turn off my SMC indicator. If I have this, then I could see it's loading here. So numbers on the right. Okay. Then anyways, then this is where you can see on the higher time frame if those if these levels are in confluence in lines with your POI. So your point of interest, line them up, whether it's on the 1 hour, the 15-minute, see if they line up with potentially a POI. This was my POI this morning. It didn't exactly line up in the execute trade, but maybe if I pick a lower, 729 range, then it kind of lines up. Not quite, but this is my POI. Took a, you can go short down here. Anyway, so that was kind of my thesis for the day with these targets for a bearish longer term play. But anyway, so that's I feel like I'm getting off track. So on the 1 minute, I would look for an entry around these levels, execution trade, execute trade, right? So right now, and then you use these to kind of gauge order flow. Again, I'm not going to go super deep into um, the levels in Goldbach teaching. I'm still learning it myself, and just out of respect for Hoppy and what's in the book, I would just get the book and get on his Trade University. Super affordable, pay it once, like $127, and you have lifetime access to books and updates and all that. So, and then you use these levels to gauge order flow in line with other PD arrays that you see. So, for me, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking if we get some strong closes above this level, then that'll be used as support to rebalance this current range. Once we get here, it depends on what price does in the rebalance range. If we rebalance, get a strong close above here, use as support, then we'll go again up to the next execute trade target. If my bias were were bullish, but right now current bias is short. I think we're gonna hit this target down, and so I think we're gonna do something like we displace below here, use this as resistance, and go hit this level. And what do you know, lines up exactly with the end of this particular range. I mean, very close to this range. So the final target, which I think on the hourly is the just to complete this sell model right there, right? It lines up with that 243 range. So, um, anyways, hope that helps you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. This is more for the folks who've already got the PO3. I'm sorry, the Algo Time indicator. I've updated it with that PO3 um, uh, Goldbach levels on the right indicator if you want to add that to your chart to add confluence. So yeah, hope that makes some sense. Let me guys have any questions, and if you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord, hit me up, and good luck, good trading. God bless.